We'll see. Oh. Everything's fine. Okay, today was a relatively quiet day, so it's going to be a talky one. Fair warning, you should probably skip this one. Here's what happened earlier. Today is Thursday. Various other things going on, like putting on my shoes and text messages. At some point today, I need to go to the Apple Store, and I like bought it, but I have to go pick it up, so I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm very suspicious because it was $100 off, and that's a lot of money. I'm also buying and arranging for shipping of tons of more stuff for Christchurch. Today's Thursday. I've got Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday is a big day. One thing I just mentioned to Adam about is that we're asking, lots of the people that attend the church, just saying, hey, we've got these needs as far as like mostly tech gear to make the move to the next room good, but then also we're kind of upgrading our abilities to include more musicians and stuff, and a little bit of live streaming stuff, hopefully. So because of all of that, and because all this stuff is coming in like the very last minute, some of it's coming Saturday afternoon, I'm just anticipating potential, for problems going into this. We'll see. I'm going to be able to spend some time Saturday night and really early Sunday morning kind of dialing things in. So hopefully that will be enough to make things work. I actually just got another email, and I guess I'm just in a purchasing mood, so I should watch out and maybe give one listen to my debit card. But I also am trying to convince a guy to sell me his iPad for $200. I think I've got him. We'll see. He's supposed to meet me at World Cup, so I can look at it in about 30 minutes. So I should go get him some cash and do that. Busy day. Okay, so somehow I just managed to replace my iPad, which I was missing, and replace my Apple Watch for less than half the cost that the new things would cost. Until someone calls me and tells me I did a bad thing between the guy from Craigslist and Apple, I'm gonna say success. Yeah, so that was my day. Chipotle, they're playing video games, chill night, happy to not be doing anything tonight. I wanted to talk briefly about the movie making class, how that went, and what I have learned. So the movie making class, the thing I keep saying is that the kids were really fun, especially individually. They all were creative and interesting and thoughtful. As a collective, frequently like a couple of the kids would be disruptive or not doing what we were doing, all that kind of stuff. Normal kid stuff. But I don't have much experience managing a classroom of anything but adults. So for me, it was pretty difficult to try to help with that. So that was a thing, if I were going to do something like this again, I think I would want to read a little bit more about that kind of stuff. I asked a few teachers some questions, and I felt like I didn't really get a handle on how to deal with it. So the second thing was I was trying to teach them movie making. And so my idea was, kids have phones, so like just to have them film on their phones, and then we would work together to figure out what to film and why to film, and then I would help them with the editing and that creative process, and whatever technical stuff they might need to know. We talked about cameras and things that are important when you're filming with a phone and all that kind of stuff. That plan was okay, but what I found out the first week was that I basically had zero access to any external technology. There are iPads at the schools, there's computers at the schools, but they all don't work at some level. With the iPads, I got them out one time and checked them out. And the kids filmed with them, but also all the iPads, iMovie didn't work, so we couldn't edit the videos. It required some password that the IT guy had, which could have been a solved problem, but it was just everything we tried to use, including the projector, so they could show them, or so we could kind of have a little show and tell and show people's films after they made them. Really super frustrating with all the technology stuff. The third kind of thing I would correct is that as a result of not changing my methods, we ended up finishing an 8-week course, and we didn't really have anything to show for it. I have 3 different projects that I'm going to edit for them and kind of deliver to them in January. You know, they didn't really come away with anything, and that's a huge bummer. I was really, you know, I really would have liked to have published a lot of things or created a lot of things, and just so much stuff was getting in our way that we didn't get there. And the 4th and final thing was, I wish I had had a filter to only kind of let the kids come into the elective that would in turn let me publish them. This is an ongoing thing because the school has a public Facebook group where teachers and parents alike publish photos of the kids, which is illegal. So I don't know. I mean, it's one of these things that nobody cares about or whatever, but I wasn't going to do it. And particularly filming and the kids filming themselves, I wanted explicit parental approval. In none of those categories did all the kids sign up. Honestly, we couldn't publish anything, which the whole class was kind of centered around self-publishing and self-documenting. So ideally, I would have had them say, hey, here's the things that you would need to be part of this class. But they don't really run electives like that, and that wasn't really an option. So it was a huge bummer. It was a bad enough experience that I just am no longer interested. I not because of the kids. Again, the kids were super fun, but I dreaded going to the class because it's just like I felt like all of my resources, all of my options for creating things were really hampered by the stuff I mentioned before. So that's that. That was today. I love you very much. Thanks for watching these videos. Sometimes I will probably make another one tomorrow. Maybe.